minus 190, very fair line right here for Nascimento. Here's the thing about Don'Tale Mayes. I know that oftentimes people discount him as a fighter, but this is a guy who you cannot tread lightly on because he will make you pay. What did you learn from the first fight between Nascimento and Don'Tale Mayes, AJ?
Ooh, that Don'Tale Mayes is a dog, Derek. And I mean, we've known that for quite a long time with Don'Tale Mayes. This is going to show up. He's going to fight, but he's never going to get discouraged about himself. Even with having that submission victory, or I guess submission loss in Don'Tale Mayes' case, still didn't impact him too much, man. This guy is down to swing. He's down to fight, and he's going to be throwing his body around, really imposing his will. And if he's able to do that in this fight, crack Nascimento, hurt him, and then actually have that moment of clarity of like, oh shit, I can get one over on this guy and go in with that confidence. Don'Tale Mayes is no slouch at all, Derek. What'd you learn from the first fight?
Don'Tale Mayes is a dog indeed, but Rodrigo Nascimento is probably not best suited to try to take the approach of let me take this man down and let me try to just straight up like submit him as my number 1A game plan. That's what I kind of learned, because you take that original fight, you look at the fights that happened after, you look at the tendencies, and then you start to see Nascimento is a really good hammer, not the greatest nail in the world. Now, he was recently against Alan Boudreaux, right? That was an interesting, and ended up being a no contest, so he doesn't even get the win, on that one. But that was a fight right there where he was a nail, and then he ended up becoming the hammer, right? But when he gets taken down by him, when he gets taken down by Ilir Latifi, right? There ain't much to do getting back up to your feet. And Don'Tale Mayes has the infamous clip of it's like when you watching UFC and your parents come into the room or whatever the case may be, and he's just humping dude in the face on a ground and pound north-south position. You remember that? Don'Tale Mayes can wrestle, bro. He can wrestle. It's not like he can't. So my question to you is, it's easy to say, yeah, Nascimento, he's just going to smash. I mean, like he did in the first time, light work, right? Don'Tale Mayes is still working. What are the odds? He's been having his wrestling shoes on, and he says, you take me down? Nah, I'm taking you down, bro. Let's go. What do you think?
Very good, Derek. I think the odds are very good for that because of what happened in the last fight. And Don'Tale Mayes hasn't had the most storied of career, but he's been grinding. He's been putting in work. He's been bettering his game going forward. And let's say, man, if Don'Tale Mayes shoots for the takedown and puts a Nascimento on his back, it might be one of the most pivotal turns of a rematch fight we've seen in quite a while, because I don't expect Don'Tale Mayes to work down there for too long. I think he's going to do it to make a statement. Put you on your butt, stand back up, beat you up, put you down again, beat you up, really work in that way. And that's one of the things I like most about Don'Tale Mayes, man. His fortitude and grit mentally, he's there for the fight, bro. He's there to swing and bang and get things done, but also he's there to win. So I think with those combinations of things, I'm sure he's been putting in the work, but I think he's going to have a little extra motivation, if you will, to really get the work going for this one. What do you think the chances are, Derek, that we see D1 Don'Tale Mayes coming out?
It's tough. The rematch is really the main reason I think that, because if you look at the, I'm going to butcher the name, Hamdi Abdelwahab, right? Abdelwahab, I think that was it. Yeah, I mean, dude was an Egyptian wrestler, comes in, right, and he put it on him pretty bad. So I was like, well, that's just 2 fights ago, bro. So if you were getting takedown crazy like that, maybe you haven't been doing that much work, but you got to think, these guys have thought a lot about each other. Before they fought originally, their fight was canceled a couple times, right? So you know about this guy. You're familiar with his work. I am familiar with your game, like that type level, right? So I think Don'Tale Mayes, best approach right here, stay long, do damage on the feet, and if it comes down to it, surprise him with the takedown and see if he can ride out either a quick finish on the feet or ride out a decision. But in a decision, who wins 9 out of 10 times if you're the judge?
Ooh, 9 out of 10 times. Man, off the top of my head, I got to go Nascimento, just in how he's able to control the fight and keep you in which position he wants to. Don'Tale Mayes is a little bit more of a wild card, so yeah. I'd say I'd be leaning Nascimento. What about you, Derek?
Yeah, I like Nascimento. He is aggressive. He is a dog. Don'Tale Mayes is a dog. It's just a little bit different. Nascimento got that look in his eyes like he's ready to go. He reminds me a little bit of there's another heavyweight very similar to Rodrigo Nascimento. I'm blanking on the name, so I shouldn't have brought it up. Apologies. But he's a dog. That's the whole entire point that I have here. With that being said, Bloody Water Podcast consensus pick. We are rocking with Rodrigo Nascimento. But AJ, you got a prop lock on this one, so just rattle off the prop lock one more time.
Prop lock plus 225 submission for the Nascimento corner. I do think Dontel Mays, he's going to come in prepared. He's going to be ready for those kind of things. But I think what's going to surprise him is Nascimento's first plan of attack will not be the submission. It's going to be working his way to there. And then he's going to find the submission late, maybe a second round. But either way, that's my prop lock, folks.
Perfect. And I'm just going to take Nascimento. I'm going to rock with the money line. Nascimento is a play that I would throw in a ton of parlays right here. Minus 190, hook it in with another fight, maybe a 3-fight parlay, something like that. And I think you're going to get a good return.